Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm excited to bring you another video of me bullying Ned Fulmer. It's one of my favorite pastimes. Now, if you don't know who this guy is, he used to be a part of the Try Guys, then he tried cheating on his wife. He ended up getting fired from his company and losing his marriage, all because he couldn't help but sleep with one of his employees. It's not good. Don't do that, guys. And in my last video, I covered a podcast that he did with his ex-wife talking about the whole situation, and it is genuinely one of the most insane things I'd ever seen in my life.
Here we are.
Back again.
At it again.
These people are actually insane. But in the month or so since that podcast came out, Ned Fulmer has been trying to revive his YouTube career by making more Try Guys videos, except without the other Try Guys, that were much funnier, /charismatic, /interesting than him. Now, I will admit, his first video is kind of hilarious. Not because the video itself is any good, but because he decided to do a blind dating video.
You're a matcha entrepreneur. I'm gonna be a matcha maker today.
No. Stop. Please.
What are you looking for when it comes to love?
You know, over the last couple of months, I've come up with a formula for love.
Step 1. Don't cheat on your partner. Now, the video itself was fine, but it's just a generic blind dating video that you can find anywhere on YouTube. Ned's unique spin on it was that he had one of the contestant answer the questions with AI, which to be fair is kind of unique, but also didn't make the video any better. But the main reason why the video is relatively inoffensive is because it revolves around the charisma of the girl contestant and the male contestants that she's blind dating with. He was relatively uninvolved. I tried watching one of his other videos where he's flying around in a plane, and that video is based entirely on his charisma, his screen presence, his wit, his banter, his not being awful. Well, how did that one go?
Today, I'm gonna get to fly a stunt plane. We're gonna pull increasingly difficult maneuvers until I pass out or vomit, or both. Let's pull some G's!
I kind of don't want to live anymore. Now, the other aspect of this is that he appears to be buying views. The main evidence for this is that he appears to be getting decent views on the videos, but as you can see for the blind dating one, it only has 188 likes, and that's just really suspicious. So yeah, he's floundering. I don't see him lasting much longer on the platform. But the main reason why we're here today is because he apparently made a response to all of the backlash. That sounds hilarious. Let's watch it.
Hello. I've heard a lot of the commentary and reactions to my podcast episode with Ariel, and I wanted to take this video to address some of them.
Gonna be honest, that sounds like a terrible idea for you to do, but by all means proceed.
That episode with Ariel was mostly about her story, and now in this video, I'll tell a little bit more of mine.
I feel like this is gonna be even worse than I thought it would be.
There's a lot that we wanted to keep private, but some things I'll touch on today.
I feel like you can keep most of it private, dog. You don't need to share any of this stuff with the internet. You really don't. You're choosing to do this.
First, I know that it was a very painful and uncomfortable conversation to watch. I know for some of you, it reopened things. For us, it felt like a necessary step to be able to move forward.
Stop playing into the parasociality of your audience. If there's any deranged Try Guys fan that felt genuinely hurt by that video, you're an insane person. The situation has nothing to do with you. You shouldn't feel personally attached to these people's relationship. And you should stop empathizing or apologizing to your audience. You should only be empathizing and apologizing to your wife and your family and your friends and coworkers in private.
As has been reported in interviews, launching the podcast with a conversation with Ariel was Ariel's idea. She's a stakeholder in the Rock Bottom podcast and this new channel. and she wants it to be successful. So that was part of the reason why, in terms of having that conversation, we did it together rather than on any other platform.
Yeah, I mean, she's insane too. Almost all the content that I've seen surrounding this is like hardcore empathizing with Ariel and not really wanting to criticize her at all. And yes, obviously she is a victim of Ned cheating on her and ruining their lives. They're not disputing any of that. But she did not need to make that podcast, okay? That being said, absolutely hilarious that Ned is also trying to like throw her under the bus and be like, guys, I'm not trying to use my wife's trauma for views and clicks. My wife is trying to use her own trauma for views and clicks. Okay, she's also making money off of all of this.
We knew it would draw a lot of attention, and I know that some of you have only seen 15-second clips of me putting my foot in my mouth, but I hope for those that watch the full hour that you took something away from it.
I mean, I did take something away from it. I took away that you and your wife are insane people and should probably get off the internet.
Any clip that you see on TikTok is just one small snippet of an hour-long conversation of 3 years of trying to work through this.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It doesn't make you any less insane. You don't understand that the fact that you even made that podcast in the first place is absolutely deranged. So there's nothing that you can say in a follow-up video that is going to make it any better, that is going to make people judge you less. Like, the only thing you can really do at this point is to stop embarrassing your family publicly on the internet. But you can't do that because your actual content doesn't garner any natural attention.
After Discovery, I started an intensive program of therapy, group therapy, and work to really try to understand what I had done, why I had done it, and what it meant for my relationship and my life. This involved a lot of facing rationalizations, denials, minimizations, all of these mental clouds that help you continue behavior that you know is hurtful and you still do it anyways.
What am I supposed to get out of this? Yes, we know you were a piece of garbage. If you say that you've grown and you've improved, cool. But you don't need to keep rehashing this on the internet. I don't understand why you think this is going to help your family at all.
Let me face the truth and acknowledge in no uncertain terms that I cheated on my wife with an employee of my business, and it caused her immense pain and shattered our marriage, and also caused a lot of pain to a lot of other people.
Okay, you know what would be fire content? Rock Bottom with Alexandria. Okay? She's also a victim, is she not? Because there were like power dynamics or whatever. Get her on the podcast, Ned. We need to hear from her. Never mind what I said about not embarrassing your family. Keep going. Make it happen. Oh my gosh. Okay, do the podcast, but have it be with Alexandria and Ariel. Oh my gosh, banker content alert. Come on, guys. You've embarrassed yourselves enough. Why not go all the way?
From there, I sought to understand the patterns of behavior that led to this. I did work with internal family systems and parts work, started in the 12-step program, and continued to understand why I had done what I did, what the underlying issues were, and what it was that I was running from when I chose to do that selfish and self-destructive behavior.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about mental health or psychology or any of this stuff. But like, what exactly did you need to, like, why did you need so much help to, like, recognize what you did? Like, yeah, you cheated on your wife. Why? Because you gave into an urge. What exactly is so complicated about that? Why do you need to go through some 12-step program in order to recognize why that's shitty?
In terms of my relationship with Ariel. It started as a therapeutic separation, and then from there, I prepared a disclosure document that answered all of her questions and volunteered for a lie detector test to then, in a therapeutic setting, convey that information to her so that we could build something new on the same page of knowing exactly everything that happened.
Is that normal? When people go to therapy, do therapists usually hook people up to lie detector tests? I don't know, that seems kind of unproductive. Is that crazy for me to say? I don't know, I feel like if your partner doesn't just trust you and believe the words that are coming out of your mouth, if you can't just organically build that trust again, if it has to come from you being hooked up to a lie detector, then I feel like the relationship's just cooked at that point.
This is a well-known therapeutic technique for people trying to recover from betrayal trauma.
Okay, well shit, he answered my question. I just had to keep watching for a few more seconds.
And speaking of betrayal trauma, that is a phrase that I learned. The idea of betrayal trauma and integrity abuse and these ways that are, systems and language for understanding the pain and why keeping secrets like that, especially of a sexual nature, can be so damaging to your partnership.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like most of us just know that these things are bad. Again, anybody can fall victim to like lust and betray our partners, I guess, but like we don't need to go through a 12-step program to recognize that it's a bad behavior. I don't know why you're admitting to not knowing that cheating on your partner is bad and why it's bad and how it could damage your relationship. I don't know why you needed to get a PhD in psychology in order to understand these very basic concepts, bro.
So from there, Ariel prepared an impact letter that described all of the pain that she felt, and I was able to hear that and take it in and sit with it to really understand all of the ways that my betrayal had affected her and what it meant through her point of view.
Yeah, I don't know. The fact that your wife needed to pull out a quill and write out why you cheating on her is bad, you're just admitting to being the worst person. I don't know why you're doing this. You don't need to do this. I don't need to be listening to this.
It took, approximately 2 years. And continues work even to this day at the 3-year mark, even though we decided to separate officially 2 years in.
I believe he should be using the term she. Gonna keep it a buck with you.
It's something that I'm really proud of. That's really changed my life. I understand that if you, a viewer, is watching this for the first time or just sees this 15-second clip on TikTok, you don't understand everything that has led us to this point.
No, we understand what happened. You cheated on your wife, you ruined your marriage, and now you both decided to use that for internet clout. It's fine. You're allowed to do it. Please explain to me, Ned, what exactly am I not understanding?
Just judge me off of one clip of me talking about society, which obviously was not the best response to that situation.
How does it make you feel to hear that? And now I have to carry that around for the rest of my life.
I don't think it's fair that as a society you're put in that position. It's certainly not true. And no, it's not something that I imagined.
It's so good. Hey, listen, man, that's just a funny clip.
I know that people have a choice when it comes to what they watch and what they consume. And if people don't want to continue engaging with me on the internet, then that's a consequence of my actions and something that I have accepted.
He's like weirdly trying to sympathy bait here where he's like, I guess if you want to do that, he's like saying it in a way he's like morally chastising you for judging him for that clip. He's like, I guess if you want to completely write me off because of that one clip. It's like, no, people aren't writing you off because of that one clip. People are mocking you for that clip. People are writing you off because you did a bad thing And then a few years later, you and your insane wife are trying to weirdly capitalize it and embarrass your family further, and it makes you look like crazy people. Because you are internet obsessed, insane lunatics that are simultaneously complaining about this horrible tragedy, but also using it to jumpstart your YouTube channel. Make it make sense.
Moving forward, I really believe in the mission of the Rock Bottom podcast to foster conversations with empathy and curiosity. It stems from a lot of that group therapy work, of seeing how much someone sharing how they're addressing the wreckage in their life that they caused and how they're overcoming a challenge can really be a catalyst for healing. So if it's affected you so far, I'm grateful for that. And if you are wondering what the show is about, I encourage you to check it out.
I don't know. Nobody cares. Sorry. You're not interesting enough, bro. Nobody feels sorry for you. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you. Nobody's going to give you a pity click on your podcast. The only people that are watching his podcast are just shitting on him. Like, that's it. He has no appeal. I would know, as somebody with also no appeal.
And so that will be on the Rock Bottom channel. And on this channel, it'll be more entertainment forward. Still under the values of curiosity and empathy. I know people are saying that it's similar to some of the stuff I did before with BuzzFeed and Try Guys. And that's true. It's the DNA of stuff that I love making, mixing education with entertainment, and developing new show concepts that I'm really excited, but it's not going to be too drastically different than the type of work I did before. Because that's just who I am and the type of stuff that I like to make.
Yeah, I'm just like creatively bankrupt, bro. And like, I'm just going to be like the worst version of the Try Guys. And like, that's just who I am, bro. Like, okay, you do you.
And I sincerely hope that you are connecting with it and resonating with it. And if not, that's okay too. Like I said, it's a consequence of my actions. So that's the type of community that I'm building here. I'm grateful for you watching this video and listening, and I will see you around. Thanks. Bye.
Bye, Ned. I'll see you the next time you decide to dredge up whatever personal family tragedy goes on because you feel like your podcast and your YouTube videos aren't getting the traction you want them to. Again, feel free to take my idea. Rock Bottom with Alexandria. Boom. Easy million views, baby. But yeah, things are not going well here. 58,000 views. 406 likes. So anyways, Ned sucks. That's it. That is the moral of the story. Bye.